Hey everybody, if you're tuning in, you're with Brandy J. Singleton and my show, The Lies They Told. I appreciate you guys taking your time out to listen and to take part in this journey, because it is a journey. Have you ever been told something that later you found out was not true? I bet you a lot are saying yes, of course. Of course. And what that may be varies for each person, but is valued and means something to you, no matter what that was. You know? Can't anybody really take the value of, or what that means to you away from you, because they feel it's not something of importance. But, I decided to start off with that question there, considering the name of the show, and just to start off asking you a question to show that we all identify with something, right? That we all know what it feels like to be told something that is completely not true, with the knowledge that it is not true. Now, see, a person can tell you something and give you misguided or misled information, but which is still a lie, just not from maybe that person. They were misled. They were, they didn't know. So did they lie to you? Probably not. They just told you one that they probably believed too. But saying that, from the question I asked you, have you been told something? Have been told something that later on you found out was not true? See, I could ask this in two different ways. I could say, have you ever been told a lie and found out that it wasn't true later? Well, if you knew you were told a lie, then you would know. It all depends on how you really look at that right there, though. Have you ever been told something to find out later that it was not true? Now, was it a lie? Yeah. But was it that person lying to you? Probably not. Probably yes. Everyone's story is different, or may see it that way. Someone probably passed you some information that was not correct. I just want to horn in on that for a minute. Well, I know we all said yes, because that's just the way of the world. But have you ever considered this for like a moment? Why? And why? And this thing here is something that's been passed on from generation to generation as just the cutest little things ever, without even the thought behind what's the point and what does it contribute. Where is it going? What good comes from it? And when I say this, I say, why do we tell our children that there's a Santa Claus? Why do we tell our children that there's an Easter Bunny? Why do we tell our children that there's a little freaking fairy that comes and takes their tooth and leaves them cash money under their pillow? As sweet and innocent as it sounds, so like, just what? That's nothing. That's not that big of a deal. But have you ever sat back to think where you got it from and why? Why? Then just look at it like this. Stop putting rainbows and butterflies on everything and rip those suckers off for a minute. And think about the intent behind it. When you know that child is going to eventually find out that there is no Santa that's coming down the chimneys and putting anything underneath the tree. Not the way we're telling it. Yeah, you can slap it on your suit on your husband or yourself or someone and say that's Santa, but is it Santa? There's one thing when it's Dad in a Santa Claus suit, and then there's one thing when it's completely believed and that you ate those cookies. As innocent and fun as it may sound, but where is it leading to? For them to grow up to find out it's not true, right? And some might get disappointed, like, oh, he's no Santa. Or there's somehow, some way you just grow out of it. Even if that's the case, you grow out of it, right? There's the Easter bunny that's burping out eggs, and then go find them. And then there's a freaking tooth fairy. Oh, that's just so, now think about it. What is the intent behind the tooth fairy? Okay, all you're doing is coming out pocket. I mean, the kids is playing you out. I had a kid tell me, because I teach, I'm an educator, tell me they got $20 for their tooth. I know they did. I believed them. Because that's what people are doing these days. Who in the whole wide world will give a child, that tooth is coming out regardless, okay? You didn't have to bribe the tooth out. There's nothing that you're doing there to make teeth coming out an awesome time. Okay, you might be. Have you ever seen a kid try to yank their damn tooth out when it's loose? They cry about everything else, but damn it, I'm gonna get this tooth out. I'm gonna do it. They know what's up. When I was little, I ain't gonna lie, but I didn't get much. $1. I mean, this girl told me 20. I said, well, damn it, can I borrow when another one falls out? Oh, here, let me try and get one of mine out. But no, you see what I'm saying here? And then you done create it with the tooth thing. That can work against you because kids are very smart. Let me tell you, smarter than you can ever imagine. Sometimes can be a lot smarter than us. Okay, because they learn it from us. So they got them young and fast and vivacious minds that work a little bit better than ours. Okay, so don't put nothing past them. Yes, they lack the experience that we have, but they have ways of looking at things that have not been tainted yet. Sometimes, I mean, just. Stop always trying to think that you got everything figured out. We know so much that we know so little. I mean, so just remember being a kid, okay? So, just saying, putting it out there. I know firsthand these little geniuses are really smart and they know how to work it, okay? You think you fooling them? There's a Santa. They know exactly what's up. They're gonna play along with you. So they can get what they need to get. I mean, who wouldn't? You gonna tell me this bullshit? But anyways, back to the point. Yeah, so the whole tooth fairy thing is crazy, and it's a setup for you to come out your pocket. Let me tell you something real quick, fast, in a hurry. I played along for a minute with my son. I knew he knew that there was no tooth fairy, and I did not much convince them. It came to the point where we didn't even speak of the tooth fairy. Just like, here's your tooth, put it on there, see what happens tomorrow. You know what I mean? It was no more the tooth fairy's gonna. Because we know it ain't the tooth fairy. You know exactly what's happening here, what you expect. I'll cut that out real straight. It kind of just faded out. And he didn't even it wasn't even about that for him anymore. It's like, look, son, you need, what you need? You want $1? You need $1? Because, I mean, and tooth fairy, ain't working for this money that just miraculously, ended up under your pillow. That right there, that one just doesn't even make sense. But the thing is, why do we tell them these things that are not true? That later on, it didn't seem kind of odd. You kind of set them up to know already, which the world would have taught them anyway. But for parents to paint the picture for them about as innocent as it seems. I mean, I'm not saying I'm some rocket scientist, and I'm just like, aha. But I am like, things that make you go, what's the purpose behind it? To disappoint them later. You told me all these years, like everything else you're probably telling, you know what I mean? And it leaves this little gap hole for kids not to really believe or know that their parents could lie, or just already a place for deceit, possibly, that probably neither of you tapped in on yet to realize what's going on there, or to say, you told me there, you know what I mean? It just leaves that there to say, what for? That parents lie, that people will lie, to bring about confusion, and she doesn't know what she's talking about. Think about it, sit on that, contemplate on it, nap on it, but let it resonate and tell me what you come up with later. I would love to know the reasoning behind it. Not a little. Oh, that's because this tradition, and no, I don't want none of that. Okay, that doesn't take a brain. That's not a thought. That's not really thinking. That's just throwing out some crap that we throw out to children. What is the logic? What is the purpose? What does it serve? What does it serve? What purpose does it serve? It don't even make sense. Sometimes you come up with little things so you can get a kid to eat their vegetables. It don't even add up something like that. Like with that, you'd be like, well, there's something that in your body that makes it really, really happy when you put vegetables, and then it does, you know what I mean? Something that like you can reason. You can be like, oh, I can see you, how you created to make it, But in actuality, it's not harmful or it's not deceitful. It's just making sense of something for them on their level so that they'll want to do something that is healthy for them versus just blatantly telling them a freaking lie. And really, really trying to sell it to them, too. And when's the day that you come, you be like, hey, son, there is no Santa Claus. Wow. Well, what do you tell me that shit for? I was going to be happy about Christmas and everything regardless. But now we're focused in on the big round man bringing me gifts versus what really it's about. And once again, the tooth fairy is confusing. I don't even know what the reasoning is. There's probably something sick, and if you really think about it. And the Easter Bunny? Don't even, please, somebody come back with one for me for that. I have nothing for that one. Nothing. But man, the lies that we were told can be so destructive. It can just destroy so many things and people just by what someone has put into your head to believe. And then depending on whom it is and what kind of relationship that you have, you tend to believe it. Because why would this person lie to you? If it was a parent, someone, your loved one or something. What age are you? Are you a child? And you've been told to hate a certain race, to hate certain things, certain ways, that this is this and this is this way. Later to find out either that these things are not true, that you have been completely wronged and tainted to be something and do something that is so not okay. It's so wrong on so many freaking levels, especially when it's your own kid. There's nothing ever going to make right about it. Raising up assassin, you know what I mean? Someone that will, you know what I mean, is willing to execute and do horrific things, and they feel that they did something worthy. It's wrong and it's evil. But when you look at it, most of the time, it's because the same thing was taught to the teacher now of the lies. Come on now. Let's not act like this is something that is like, oh my God, brand new. It's fucking logic, people. It's truth. You don't come out the womb like, boop, already knowing shit. Prove it. That was the case, what's the reason of being taught or being, come on. It's just, people just really blow me away. The lies we have been told. And then what it does, it brings about mistrust. It brings about confusion. You don't really trust anything, anybody. You know, there'll be so much truth that is right there for you, and you don't even know how to grab it or receive it because you don't know what's real. You don't know what's not because you've been lied to so much that the truth is mixed there in the lies somewhere that you don't even know. I get it. That shit is by no mistake whatsoever. You just gotta know what's wrong and what's right. You just can't get lost in it because see, when we do that with lies, when we lie to our kids and we tell them about Santa and things aren't true, then we have installed in them that lie bug, that it's okay to lie. And then you wonder why they do it because we don't even realize it. You be like, honey, it's not okay to lie. And sometimes they probably they subconsciously don't even realize why they do it, but you did it. And that's not always the case. Not everybody has put those things in their children's head about Santa, this, and that. You know what I mean? But we got to be very careful with the messages we deliver. Even if you're trying to do a good thing, it's like, come on now. These are sponges, soaking up stuff. And what the hell are you doing? If it ain't true and there's no good coming out of it, don't do it. Just be creative if you're trying to get something, your child. But this wasn't designed to get a child to do something, you know what I mean? Be creative. This was just blankly just put out there. Tell them Santa Claus. Okay. You know? Tell them the tax collector or just something, you know? It's like coming to, you know, get the tooth but they're going to get something for it. And man, I don't know. It's crazy. It just came up with that one. Man. That just made me a little hungry there, guys. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. But seriously, we just basically tell them it's okay to lie. Then why would you lie? Why'd you lie to me about? You know what I mean? If you don't take this and think about it and say, reach. It's like, wowzers. Yes, yes, yes. So can we please stop doing that? Okay? Because you know there's always somebody, because trust me, I've heard stories. No, actually, there is a North Pole, and there is a St. Nick. He's with his wife, and they have this. And if you don't get out of let's take a seat in a lot of seats, and take a seat in Santa Claus' sleigh. How about that? I love Christmas. Don't get me twisted, and I love Rudolph. I love all that stuff. But I'm not an idiot. You know, I know how to defer what's real and what's for fun, and you know what I mean, and what's reality. Some people can't really see that. And we have to realize that when it comes to our children. So I really, really, really appreciate you guys taking the time out to take a look at that with me. And the lies that we were told. Thank you. This is Brandy J. Singleton. Much love. Peace.